Hello, and welcome to Las Terrenas. I'm Michael, and today I will be describing the dish Breakfast Las Terrenas from here in the Dominican Republic. This is not one of the 10, well, I should say 20 or 30 national dishes that are popular. It's more a reflection of Las Terrenas and is unique to Las Terrenas, Dominican Republic. Okay, if you would like to follow along the ingredients with me, let's take a look at them. We're looking at 4 medium potatoes. You're going to chop those, and they're going to get boiled in water. 2 tablespoons, I should say, virgin coconut oil. Great stuff. You'll love it. Try it. If you don't have it, use butter or something else. We try to avoid dairy when we can here. Salt to taste, pepper. I go a little heavy, but again, to taste. Half-pound quality beef pastrami or other sliced meat. Why are we using beef pastrami here in the Dominican Republic, you ask? Well, other than in the Dominican Republic, New York has the greatest concentration of Dominicans on the planet. And this is a ode to New York. 1 can of coconut milk is going to be in the recipe. You can substitute whole milk, half and half sour cream if you must, but it takes away from the Caribbean flavor. Lemongrass actually grows vigorously around here. You'll need at least 16 stalks, 4 eggs, and this recipe will serve 4. So get your potatoes, peel them, roughly chop them, put them into any container where they can be covered with water, and boil them. Boil them very well. If you have a masher, that will help. If you don't, just boil them until they're extremely soft. And you're just making a mashed potato. So once they're very soft, the potatoes, you're going to drain off the water. Add your coconut oil, 2 tablespoons, maybe a little more if you like. Now you've got a can of coconut milk, and this is what you're using for the recipe. Now if you take away more from the potatoes, you use more for the potatoes, you'll have less for the sauce, and then you'll be using your coconut milk for 2 things, sauce and for the potatoes themselves. So use about a half a can of your coconut milk. Now, as far as your coconut milk to use, there's a Goya product that is on the shelves in the stores in America and in Las Terrenas in the Dominican Republic, for that matter, that only contains coconut and a potassium metabisulfite, which is a preservative. We prefer not to have that, but it's not a bad preservative. You don't want to buy the coconut milk that has this, what they call stabilizers, which end up being wood pulp, and they're not very digestible. They're not digestible. And so if you can avoid that, avoid that. So get your coconut milk, or again, you can sub in if you need to, the lemongrass. The lemongrass is going to be it's going to pretty up the plate a little bit, but it's also going to give the sauce that we make the flavor of hollandaise, the hollandaise sauce. It's going to make it reminiscent of hollandaise because of the lemon flavor, and it's nice. It makes it fresh and crisp. Okay, so you finished boiling your potatoes. You drained them off. You're mashing them up with your coconut milk, half a can, up to 2/3 of a can if you need to, and the coconut oil to take. And you're good. Now, if it's not a nice creamy texture, add a little bit more coconut milk. Okay, now the next thing you're going to do is in a saucepan, let's heat up that beef pastrami. This is a very simple recipe. You're going to like it. And just heat up your beef pastrami that's been sliced already and until it's warm. Your beef pastrami often comes in horizontally thin slices, okay? If for some reason it's not thin, you want it to be thin and long, then just cut it in half and make it thin. Okay, so heat that through. You're not cooking it, you just want to heat it up. You could put a little oil in the pan if you want it. It's not necessary. Okay, set that aside, and then you add whatever's left of your coconut milk. Should be about half. And turn it up. Turn the heat up on high. Get it going fast. We're going to reduce it, okay? And add salt, add pepper. Now, for about 5 to 10 seconds, you're going to grab your handful of lemongrass and you're going to place half of it in, hang on to half of it with your hand, about half of it into the sauce, okay? And while it's cooking, it's going to get that lemongrass flavor very fast. So don't worry about how much you're using. You're going to need, and don't worry that you're only doing 5 or 10 seconds. That's plenty. Just make sure it's boiling and that the lemongrass is halfway submerged, okay? And then shake off the lemongrass. Let your sauce thicken up a little bit. You'll see it comes out. It's not going to be a perfectly unbroken sauce the way that we're doing it here. It's going to be a beautiful sauce. The flavor is going to be fantastic, but it's not going to be purely silky, okay? But that's not what we're going for. So let it thicken up, and you're done there. Okay, you're going to need to fry or saute 4 eggs individually. Keep them formed up. Do them sunny side up, and keep them formed up in a circular fashion if you can. If you can't, you can just cut them after you're done. And when you present them on the plate, you can stack the trimmings under your egg, okay, under your circular, your nice round egg. And so we've got our eggs, our milk, we've got our sauces done, and then all we have to do is plate it. So get your potatoes, grab a plate, maybe a ladle or something round, and place it in the middle of the plate, and give it a sort of a circular shape. And now let's grab our pastrami, okay? The picture on the website, you can see, I recommend enlarging it and taking a look at it. It's a beautiful dish. You're going to be making the beef pastrami into little roses. So you just roll up almost like a cigar, your pastrami into little roses, and you can see how it is on the plate. So now you've got your potatoes, you put your little roses on there. Very simple, the essence of simplicity. Okay, stick those in there. Then we're going to add the sauce. Don't, try not to cover all of your rosettes because they're red with the pastrami and they look more like a rose, and it's a fun presentation. But if you get a little sauce on them, that's fine too. And then finish off with your lemongrass. And as you can see, the lemongrass is stuck into the mashed potato. And it really visually, literally elevates the dish, and it's fun. You're going to find that the sauce tastes like, it's the essence of simplicity, but it tastes like a beautiful Caribbean-inspired hollandaise sauce. It's just a simple, fun, beautiful recipe, and we hope that your family enjoys it as much as ours has. Cheers from Las Terrenas, Dominican Republic.